Hey, Solo Scout here. Today we are taking the CRF300L on a little adventure ride. We are headed for the Northern Terminus of Missouri Route 19, also known as Missouri Highway 19. A couple of months ago we did the Southern Terminus, and that was a lot of fun. We got to camp out overnight at a nice free camping spot, and we're hoping to do the same this time. There is a recreational conservation area near the end of our route called Dupont, and that's where we're going to spend the night and camp out. So this will be the longest test, single day test of the Shinko 700 series tires, front and back. We've got the 130, 80, 18 in the back, and as I said in a previous video, that seems to have closed the gap between the indicated speed and the GPS reference speed. So we'll be traveling 55 miles an hour over, I'm thinking, all of our route today. I think 19 is 55 the whole way, and it terminates in a town called New London, Missouri. So the Northern Terminus is not the state line. It falls short. If we have enough time and energy and motivation, we'll travel farther north and take a ride around Hannibal, Missouri, before turning around and heading towards the Dupont Conservation area to set up camp. 19 is a fun road for paved riding. We've got a nimble bike. The twists and turns are a whole lot of fun, and they're still a lot of fun on this dual sport bike. So I'm just enjoying a really nice sunny morning here in Missouri on the little Honda. I know I call it the little Honda, and engine wise it is, but frame wise, you know, I still have to step up to get over the saddle. So it's not a tiny bike. I've got plenty of room to move around on it, and I don't feel like I'm on a Grom or a monkey bike. As I've said several times, the riding position is just wonderful for me. No strain on my shoulders and arms. Just very comfortable. So here's one of those hills where I've got to get down into fifth if I want to maintain 55 miles an hour. There's a 25 mile an hour curve that the Honda just eats right up. Even loaded down in the back with all my gear. day that I went geocaching on International Geocaching Day. I was loading my stuff back on the bike, getting ready to pull out of a hunting spot, and one of my friends from church stopped and asked if I was okay. You know, I didn't know if I was broke down. I said, no, I'm just out playing. And he looked at the bike, and I had just my day pack on. I've seen that in previous videos. And he wondered if I was taking a trip across the state. I said, no, that's just my day bag. He said, well, you got in there. I had to explain I'm a kitchen sink kind of guy. I like taking just about everything with me. Try to be prepared. There's always something that you're not going to be able to fix or solve, but I like to be as self-sufficient as I can. I did pretty good packing this time. I've got less gear than the last trip. Tried to streamline a little better. Tried to check and double check if I really needed an item or not. And I may have a little extra freeze-dried food with me, but you know, I get hungry. So I like to watch the videos of those dual sport riders in Australia. Some of them guys are grabbing their bivy sack, a package of noodles, and that's it. They just head out in the middle of nowhere and they have a big old time. And I'm sure I'd survive, you know, if I went that route, but yeah, I'm old and decrepit. I like to have my tent, and of course my tent has to be the hotel version. Has that extra little covered area besides the sleeping area. Gotta have that. Gotta have an inflatable sleeping pad. Pillow. Gotta have pillow. My 0-degree sleeping bag. Even in 60-degree overnight weather, I gotta have that 0-degree sleeping bag. And you gotta have a table and a chair to sit in. I mean, that's important stuff. Little hill here. We're We're holding our own at 59. The throttle is pegged. I have got the right hand twisted all the way back. We're in 6th. We're blinking to 58. We may have to downshift. That taller tire in the rear robs us of a little power there. There we go. See, as soon as we crest, it picks right back up and Rosebud, 6 miles. Yeah, there used to be a motorcycle salvage business there. And I pulled many a motorcycle out of that place with some of the kids. Even a 3-wheeler one time. But we're down to 1 segment on the gas gauge. It's not blinking yet. Blinking means half a gallon, and at the rate we're going, that would be 30 miles. So theoretically, I have over 30 miles. So we might make it to the next gas station without having to break out the emergency bottle. Yeah, up here at Swiss, they've got a nice little shop where you can get your summer sausage and all your savory needs. Good stuff there, but we're not stopping there today. We are going to lunch at Hermann Wurst Haus, so that'll be our treat. feel like singing, doesn't it? Just sole dogonje, just sole dogonje, picchiaro, picchiaro, suadila. Picchiaro, suadila, picchiaro, picchiaro, suadila. E per giorni stila dell'alba che piange, dell'alba che piange, dell'alba che piange, dell'alba che piange. Coraggio dorato, ingema ogni stilo, ingema ogni stilo, ingema ogni stilo. Well, we got about 8 minutes left on this memory card. Man, I filled it up really quick. Anyway, we've left Hannibal and we're heading down the riverside to get to our camping spot. It's about 15 miles away. Turn the other camera on and get some footage that way, but it sure is pretty. Well, we made it to the campground. That's where we're gonna be. And I think the tent needs to go right about there. All the stuff is in these bags. So I am going to sit at this little picnic table here and drink my Diet Cherry Pepsi while the grandkids set up Grandpa's tent. All right? Sounds like a plan. Not too bad. Grandkids did all right. Was that about a minute and a half? Not bad. Good job. Yeah, see? See, that's a benefit of having them grandkids do the work for you. Got that thing set up in no time. Now I just put my sleeping bag in there and we'll be good to go. Food. Alright, let's see what we've got today. Trail mix. Spice blend. Just coffee for tomorrow. Pasta Alfredo. Oh, look what we got for breakfast. Thanks to all my sponsors. Look at that, little breakfast skillet in the morning. Get back in there and save that. And things up a notch with that pasta Alfredo. Buffalo chicken. Buffalo style chicken goes with pasta Alfredo. No. A little change in the menu. I noticed this package was got a puncture, a little pinhole in it right there. So while we're waiting for that water to boil, we are going to light a project here. This is a Swedish torch that I made. It's basically just a small stump about that wide, drilled down but not all the way through, and then that air vent hole right there, and we are going to pack it full of the sawdust from when I was drilling, and then we're going to light it, and supposedly the center will burn inside out basically, and it's supposed to last, I don't know, an hour, hour and a half. We will see how long this Swedish torch lasts. Well, good morning. Getting ready to get our coffee going, and we're going to have some breakfast skillet. Water's just about ready for the coffee. Mountain House Adventure Meals Breakfast Skillet. I gotta say, this one's a winner. Of course, it's not as good as somebody freshly cooking over the campfire, but this one is not too bad. Not too bad at all. Solo Scout approved. Thanks for watching. This is Solo Scout. I'm Oscar Mike.